Chapter 6, The Feminine Mystique and Profit. How is it that female dollars are so powerful? Because there are so many of them. Who spends the most money in America? Statistically, the female population wins that ribbon. Why do I feel all the guys groaning in ratification of the fact? Hey, think of this. If it weren't for us girls, most of you guys would probably be satisfied living in a shack by a river with a gun and a dog. It's our female influence that elevates your lot in life. Okay, and your workload, too. What can I say? But we've been taking more than our fair share of that these days, not just at home, but in the office, too. Lots of families have two incomes only because both spouses slug it out all day in their various workplaces, and when you finally get back home, how much energy do you have left to share with the kids and with each other? Not that much. I remember those days. Except I didn't have a spouse to help me out. I just had that one income and two kids, and there are lots of single parents who have it even tougher than I did. In fact, I read not too long ago that single female parents represent the new poverty segment in our country. That's a dubious distinction. Anyway, I think there's something vital we need to understand about women and money. Facts are that we control most of the cash flow out there. Men buy a few things more than we do, like electronic gadgets, for example. Okay, now I feel the women groaning. But women are the ones primarily that buy the household stuff, things that family uses up and that you have to buy again next month and the month after. It's those everyday consumables that made Walmart the largest retail store alive, over $100 billion every year, and that was some time ago. And women, well, we're the ones controlling most of that cash. I had a meeting with a businessman some time ago, and I explained to him what we were doing, and he got it. He talked to several other businessmen immediately, and before long there were almost 20 of them buzzing like a hive of bees, excited about their new joint venture. Only one problem: they didn't tell their wives. Or if they did, it didn't quite go over with a bang. I'll give you a hint. Wives tend to resist husbands they believe are bringing home one more thing to add to their already too multitasked lives. Or sometimes they assume their husbands are just going through a phase, and they plan to stay as far from it as possible until it runs its course. Whatever the case was, their wives were not enrolled in the idea. So guess what loyal customers these guys developed? Zip. Without the women on board, nothing happened. A great car might look gorgeous sitting in the driveway, but face it, without gasoline, that baby is a statue. It ain't going nowhere. It's like that with this, too. Consumer power is a great-looking concept, but it won't go anywhere without the gas. It wouldn't matter if 1,000 people thought it was a great idea. If they kept on funneling all their money through the other system, there'd be no profit stream to draw from. And since it is a fact that women control most of that type of buying, it's crucial that we take the time to win their loyalty. Women, like the rest of humankind, are creatures of habit. Conditioning tells us what to do and when, unless somebody goes to the trouble of showing us how much power we actually do have and what can actually be done with it. We're not really interested in changing our buying habits, thank you very much. If we don't understand what's happening here, we're not going to support it. But if we do, hey, if we really do, look out. I mean it. Once a woman really gets the picture, oh, that's when she gets dangerous, because a woman hates, and I mean hates, hanging her heart out on a limb of hopes and dreams her husband gives her when he tells her he's going to do this, only to have those hopes come crashing down around her. Now, here's some advice. Hey, guys, don't promise your woman great things and then hit the armchair every night sipping your Diet Coke in front of the TV. I mean it. You'll have one witchy woman on your hands. If you want her to be your number one best customer, you'd better be your number one best unfranchised owner. Make something happen. Share the information. Build the team. I'm giving you fair warning. Don't say I didn't tell you. The feminine mystique is worth over $1 billion. Ask the Walton family. And all we have to do is let our women in on what is possible if they are willing to shift paradigms. But then, once they understand it, you better follow through. If it doesn't take off like a rocket, that won't matter. What will impress her is a true commitment. Women like commitment, and they like results. Isn't it amazing how those two always seem to show up hand in hand? If you're a woman who is single, like myself, take these words to heart. You can do it. It's great to have a man to help you, but if you don't, there's still your coaching team to count on, and you'll create your own team too, and that'll open up a whole new world for you. I have friends around the world. I really do. Lonely I never am. Life is wonderful. And to think it all began because I finally decided I might be better off learning to buy from my own business and sharing that option. Man, oh man, was I right or what? So here's my bugle call. Female consumer power, unite. The future belongs to us.